Assalamu alaikum everybody. Hey, my name is Raida. You might know me as Rowita, and today is March 15th. By now you have likely heard about everything that happened in New Zealand and the tragedy that has befallen the Muslim community there. And normally I don't talk about politics or religion in current events and that sort of thing very much, if at all, on this platform, and I feel like I should be bringing more to light, and I should be talking more about these things and how we as believers and we as allies can support one another and, you know, just stand strong during these times. But subhanallah, sometimes it takes, when it feels like it's close to home, when it feels too real, when it feels like you're afraid somebody you knew might have been lost, then sometimes it takes that to make you realize, like, I'm not doing enough and I need to be doing more, and I'm so disconnected. And it's so easy in this digital age to like hear about something and keep swiping, click next, click next. And a lot of people, you know, will unplug, will take a step away from the news, from social media, just from any like updates, to be able to breathe, to let themselves have a break. And that's one thing. But for us to all so easily consume and not always feel, and I'm speaking very generally and broadly, this does not necessarily mean it applies to you, but like for me personally, for example, like I see news all the time and sometimes it doesn't affect me the way I feel like it should, as somebody who wants to be empathetic, who's working on empathy, who's working on being someone who cares about the rest of the ummah, because, you know, that of the Muslim people, the compassion, the love, the mercy that we feel for each other is supposed to be like that of the body. So when one limb aches, the rest of it feels it. Like you end up restless, unable to sleep, with fever. Like you feel the pain that your brothers and your sisters go through, and it's so easy to just detach, to disconnect behind the screen and not actually connect with the information that's being given to you and with the reality that so many people in our ummah are facing. As a person with a platform, regardless of if my audience is large or small, regardless of how many people actually will see this, like I feel like I need to actually utilize this platform to give my due diligence to everything that matters, including issues around the world, including the things that plague our ummah, the things that terrorize our ummah and haunt the families in our communities. So things that you can do right now are make dua for those being afflicted, for those who are affected by the tragedies around the world, whether that have been from what happened in New Zealand to all of the war zones, the refugee camps, the strife, the famine that plagues the earth, everything that's happening in Palestine, everything that's happening in Syria, in Sudan, in Somalia, in Libya, the Rohingya in Burma, people back home who don't have enough to eat, who don't have homes, all of that. There are things that you can do, and first and foremost, make dua. Make as much dua as possible throughout your day. Just pray for them, supplicate for those, for your brothers and sisters around the world. And this is a reminder first for me and for all of us, but if possible, to whatever capacity you have, give. So donate, like whether that be through websites like Launch Good or IRUSA. There's just so many different options out there where you can donate, whether that be through cash goods or giving away your clothing to new families who have arrived in your hometowns, being somebody who practices the sunnah and smiles and says salam to your brothers and your sisters when you see them. It's very easy to like not to just ignore the person walking next to you, even though they're your brother or sister in Islam. Give salam. Know that together as a community we're stronger, and that we can stand together and actually make a difference and create change, and that everything is in the hands of Allah. So to him we belong and unto him we return. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. When anything befalls the community, your family, within your life, remember that. Remember, everything is in Allah's hands. So Allah is the best of planners, and you know, we plan, everyone else's plans, everyone else will plan, and Allah is still the best of planners. So don't worry, there is justice, there will be redemption. just continue to focus on what you can do right now to help alleviate the situations of those around you, whether in your immediate communities or those around the world, and don't turn a blind eye or a deaf ear. By all means, it doesn't mean to stop everything you're doing and to not ever experience joy or happiness or anything like that ever again. Of course, we continue with our lives because that is what this is, but let it be a reminder that this life is finite, that we are brothers and sisters, and that we have a duty to one another. We have a responsibility to one another to take care of each other in whatever capacity we can. So with that, stay tuned, inshallah. I want to make more content around this. There's just a lot of thoughts going around in my head right now, but for what it's worth, know that you do not have to apologize for your identity as a Muslim, for your faith. Do not apologize. Know that you are in your right, and that whatever has been twisted, whatever ideology has been twisted and utilized for harming others, and then whatever backlash that has created, has nothing to do with how we practice ourselves. So continue to, you know, hold your faith, hold your ground, stay steady, and be an example, and inshallah khair, there will be rewards for that. There will be fruits for the labor that comes out of that. So yeah, I hope you're all doing okay. Sending all my love. Assalamu alaikum.